Hey guys, so the long awaited hair porosity video is here and I'm excited actually. So in this video, I will be talking about what hair porosity is, why knowing your hair porosity is more important than knowing your curl pattern, the pros and cons of each, tips and tricks, and how you can find out what your hair porosity is. So stay tuned if you want to get the juice. I know I'm whack. It's okay. First things first, what is hair porosity? Hair porosity is the ability to absorb and retain moisture. It doesn't limit to moisture. It can also be how your hair absorbs and retain water, relaxers, products. It's just the ability to absorb and retain. Hair porosity is also hereditary. However, if you have low or normal hair porosity, you can also alter it to be high porosity because of the chemicals that you put in your hair. Knowing your hair porosity is more important than knowing your curl pattern, because have you ever watched a girl on YouTube and she may have the same curl pattern as you, may look the exact same, 4A, 3C, 3B, whatever your curl pattern may be, but you try to use the products that she uses in a video and it just doesn't work for your hair? That's because you guys have different porosity hair levels. She may have low porosity and those products work for her hair, and you may have high porosity, so you try her low porosity products and the combination may not work. It's good to know your hair curl pattern just for looks purposes, but as far as taking care of your hair, the porosity is why you need to know and why it's more important. So I hope that made sense. That was my little example. But yeah, I have drawn illustrations because me being a visual person, I like to see to understand. So don't come for me for my drawings. I'm not an artist or whatever. But I still wanted to illustrate what each porosity is and how it looks. So there are three different types of porosity levels. There's low, there's high, and there's medium. So this is the hair strand and this are the hair cuticles. And you see how the hair cuticles are a little lifted and a little closed at the same time. This is considered normal hair porosity. On normal hair porosity, the cuticle lay against the hair strand, a little open and a little shut, causing moisture to easily enter the hair strand and penetrate the hair strand, and also for the moisture to be retained in the hair strand and to stay moisturized for a good period of time. It's not really much to say about normal hair porosity because I'm sure most products can work on your hair, and as long as you continue to do your weekly deep conditions and your monthly protein treatments, then your hair should be able to retain moisture and grow. But like, your hair is normal, so it's not really much you have to do. This is the hair strand again, and you see how the cuticles are closed compared to the normal hair porosity. This is low and this is normal. The cuticles lay flat, closed, tight, meaning that it's really hard for moisture to enter the hair strand, which is a con. But a pro is once moisture is into the hair strand, your hair stays moisturized for a longer period of time because the cuticle is closed and it keeps that moisture locked in. One way to help lift the cuticle for low porosity is by doing heated, steamed deep conditioners. The heat temporarily lifts the hair cuticle, causing moisture to enter in. That's the best time to put in your moisture. Next hair porosity that I'll be talking about is high, which is what I am. See how the cuticles are lifted? This is what I deal with, guys. So just as easy as your hair can be moisturized, it's just as easy as the hair can be dry and the moisture leaves. This is why I do all the extraness with sealing my hair. Now, as you saw in the illustration,
my beautiful illustration,
high hair porosity girls have gaps. What helps us fill in those gaps temporarily are protein treatments. Doing protein treatments at least every other week for high porosity girls helps fill in those gaps and keep in the moisture and retain it. High porosity hair girls also, your hair is a lot more fragile. Like, you have to be a lot more gentle. I learned that by using paddle brushes, I was causing my ends to break. So now I'm incorporating finger detangling, which will probably be another video once I master how I get it done. But yes, it's very important to be very gentle with your hair strands because your hair is more fragile, being that it's high porosity. But protein treatments help strengthen the hair and fill in the gaps temporarily. So for high porosity girls, sealing the hair and layering your products, it's very important for you all to do that. The lock method is so important. This is why I stand by it. If you want to see how I do my lock method, I'll link that video down below for you guys. Another tip for my high porosity ladies is every other day it's good to refresh your hair by spraying water and maybe putting some leave-in conditioner on top, just to make sure your hair stays hydrated until the next wash day. And also, this tip for all my natural hair ladies, sleeping with a satin bonnet or pillowcase, like that helps keep the moisture locked in your hair. Cotton pillowcases tend to suck the moisture out and make your hair dry and causes breakage. And also a good tip or trick, whatever you want to call it, is when drying your hair on wash day, try to use either a microfiber towel or a cotton t-shirt. Try to stay away from towels because the towels tend to snag your hair and that could also cause breakage. And we don't want that. We want our hair to grow. We want our lengths to be retained and our hair to be moisturized. Don't nobody got time for no dry, brittle, breaking off hair. Now, there's two ways that you can determine your hair's porosity. The first way is to do the hair strand test, which is taking a piece of your hair, and I guess I can demonstrate this real quick. You take a strand of hair, right? And you also take a water spray bottle. When you spray your hair and your hair gets wet like very easy, like instantly, that means you probably have high porosity hair. If you notice that the water just runs down your hair strand, not really penetrating it, then you probably have low porosity hair. Or if your hair seems to kind of be in the middle, then you're probably normal. So let's see. My hair is definitely wet. It's soaking wet. As you can tell, I have high porosity hair. The other test is called the float test. Now, I would recommend that you do this like on wash day because you want to do this on clean hair. But if you aren't doing this on wash day and you still want to see what your hair porosity is, you can just wash a section of your hair or the hair strands, take some soap and wash it real quick. That way it's clean. So you're going to take a clear container or cup of water. This is lukewarm water. And then you're going to gently just drop the hair in the water and then put it down and let it sit for a minute or two. If your hair stays at the top and floating, it means that your hair cuticles are shut and you have low porosity hair. If your hair floats in the middle, then that means that moisture is getting in, but it's also not getting in too much and it's retaining that moisture. You have normal porosity hair. And last but not least, if your hair floats straight down to the bottom, then you have high porosity hair, meaning that your hair cuticles are lifted up and water can easily enter in. So I don't know if you guys will be able to see, but my hair is at the bottom. It's sunk down. Can you see it? There it is. So I hope that this video was very informative. You can understand it and that it helped. This is just what I've learned so far about hair porosity, and I just wanted to share that with you guys because a lot of people don't seem to know how important your hair's porosity is and how it plays a big part in how you care and maintain your hair and retain length. If you have any questions, please feel free to leave them down below. I will also link other low porosity and high porosity videos that I feel are helpful in the description box. Please make sure that you like this video, share this video, and make sure you subscribe to stay updated and to just be in the loop of things and to,
no, I don't know. They don't know, Shanae. They don't know. You gotta tell them.
I hope you all enjoyed. And until next time, bye ladies.